Close your eyes. Take a moment and think about an amazing time in your life. Keep them closed. Now think about what's going on in that moment. Look around, see who you're with. Okay, you can open your eyes now. I want to talk to you most today about those people that you're with and how those people, those friendships you have, are important for healthy living. I consider myself to be a pretty friendly guy, and so I did some research into what makes up friendship and why it's so beneficial for us. I'm going to talk to you today about the science behind friendship, the negatives of not having friends, the positives that come from friendship, and then I'm going to wrap it all together. First, we're going to dive into the neuroscience. Naomi Eisenberger, a social psychologist at the University of California, did a study where she had one control group hold a pack with no heat, and then she had the real group hold a pack that had heat in it. She scanned both of their brains to see what would happen. And the group that held the heat pack, there was a center in their brain that lit up. It was the center for physical warmth. She then put both groups through the same scan, but rather than having them hold heat packs, she had them read notes. And these notes were given from individuals who cared about them. They were kind notes. The interesting thing that happened in the study was that the same center that lit up for physical warmth lit up again when they read those notes. What this was showing was that the friendship and the kindness that they were seeing was the same effect as holding a heat pack. It's like a warm, fuzzy feeling we get inside. Another study by Oscar Ibarra from the University of Michigan at the Institute of Social Research did some interesting research on short interactions between people. And these short interactions, what he was looking at was their executive function. Executive function is the part of our brain that blocks distraction, it helps with our memory, and it helps self-monitor. These are things we have to do every day in common life to help with problem solving. What Ibarra recognized was that in getting to know you conversations, that executive function increased. But when it was competitive or conversations that were trying to best each other, the executive function remained very much the same. So the benefit that they found was that when you have friends, when you're trying to make friends, when you are experiencing things together, that mental function is increasing. There is also some research that's going to show negative effects of not having friends. So that research would be into loneliness or the lack of friends. The psychobiology group, the Department of Epidemiology and Public Health, and the University College of London studied 240 different individuals. These individuals ranged from lonely individuals to individuals who had friends. The lonely individuals exhibited cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And what cortisol does is it increases your risk for cardiovascular disease, amongst many other diseases. The cortisol also, with the stress in it, has these attack cells that get triggered. These killer cells that go in your body and try and find out whatever the problem is. But there's no part of your body that's showing stress, so the attack killer cells are just attacking the body. When you attack your body and you have that stress, there are worse causes that come about. One of those causes is going to be lethal, and it's death. A study done by Brigham Young University compiled 148 other studies to look at mortality rates in individuals. What they recognized was that 50% of individuals who had strong social connections outlive those who had weaker social connections. So mortality rates are increased. You die younger if you don't have friendships. Humans are social creatures, and we like to be around each other and work together. Toy Story is an unlikely story that exemplifies this through Woody and Buzz, who are not people you would think would be friends, but turn out that a space ranger and a cowboy can make great friendship and save the day. At the end of the movie, they play a song, "You've Got a Friend in Me," that exemplifies how their productivity is increased and how working together, they work much better. This is backed up by research done by Finnish scientists. The Finnish scientists looked at people working together and how when people worked together, there were roles assigned in groups. These roles accomplished the goal quicker than when people worked by their lonesome. So, Woody and Buzz working together are not the only two individuals in a Disney movie that do that. There is Mike and Sully from Monsters, Inc., who when they're fighting don't work together very well, but when they come back together, get Boo home safely. The entire Incredibles family saves the day when Mr. Incredible would have died on that island alone. Marlin searched for Nemo, and until he ran into Dory, didn't really have a chance. But together, they were able to find Nemo. Even Disney's very first animated movie, Snow White, included a team of 7 dwarves, and they together were able to help Snow White accomplish her goal. Now, Disney is relatable to most people, which is why I really use it to exemplify the benefits of friendship. I'm sure most of you recognize how important it is to have good friends at this point, but I just want to reiterate a few things. Friendship keeps our body healthy. The relationships give us a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, just like we're holding a heat pack. We function on a higher level when we seek out people and connections. Life is way more difficult if you try to walk through it alone. So walk through it with someone, because there are literally deathly consequences if you don't. One of, if not the most recognizable companies in the world, builds the foundation of its movies on friendship and its ability to help us work better together. I know that I wouldn't be standing here today delivering this speech if it were not for the love and support of all of my friends. So close your eyes one more time. Go back to that moment. Later today, reach out to the people that are in that moment and tell them how much they mean to you, because they are literally keeping you healthy. Thank you.